What if the most significant discovery in astronomy wasn't just another space rock but something far more extraordinary? Recent observations of 3I Atlas have revealed characteristics so unusual that some scientists are questioning everything we thought we knew about interstellar visitors. This cosmic wanderer's behavior is challenging our understanding of what's natural in the universe. Discovery and initial detection. What are the odds of spotting a cosmic needle in the infinite haystack of space? On July 1, 2025, the Atlas Telescope in Rio Hurtado, Chile, achieved exactly that, detecting a faint moving object initially catalogued as A11PL3Z. This discovery marked a historic moment as astronomers realized they had found the third confirmed interstellar object ever detected by humanity. Following the groundbreaking discoveries of 1I Oumuamua in 2017 and 2I Borisov in 2019, this new visitor was officially designated 3I Atlas, and given the cometary classification C2025N1. However, what makes this detection particularly intriguing is that despite its eventual brightness, 3I Atlas remained hidden from earlier detection due to its challenging viewing angle as it approached from the direction of the Sun. This late discovery, despite the object entering our solar system months earlier, raises questions about how many other interstellar visitors might have passed through undetected. The object's trajectory and timing suggest it may have been deliberately positioned to avoid early detection, a characteristic that has captured the attention of astronomers worldwide. Within days of confirmation, observatories globally began tracking this mysterious visitor, but its behavior would soon challenge conventional explanations for interstellar objects. Extraordinary orbital characteristics. How can an object from interstellar space follow a path so perfectly designed for studying our solar system? 3. I-Atlas possesses orbital characteristics that defy the laws of probability and challenge our understanding of random cosmic motion. The object follows a hyperbolic orbit with an extreme eccentricity of 6.14, making it the most hyperbolic trajectory ever recorded for any confirmed interstellar object. Racing through space at an incoming velocity of 58 kilometers per second, it holds the record as the fastest interstellar visitor humanity has ever detected. What makes these characteristics truly extraordinary is the object's trajectory alignment. Its path lies almost perfectly within the ecliptic plane, with astronomers calculating only a 0.2% probability of such alignment occurring by random chance. This precise positioning allows 3I Atlas optimal viewing angles of all major planets in our solar system, resembling a carefully planned survey route rather than the chaotic trajectory expected from a naturally ejected object. The mathematical precision of this path has prompted some researchers to question whether natural gravitational interactions alone could produce such an unlikely orbital configuration. Unlike typical interstellar objects that enter our solar system from random directions, 3I Atlas appears to follow a route specifically designed for comprehensive planetary observation, raising profound questions about the true nature of this enigmatic visitor from the depths of interstellar space. Suspicious planetary encounters. What are the chances that a random visitor from interstellar space would pass by every major planet in our solar system? The trajectory of 3I Atlas presents astronomical improbabilities that challenge conventional explanations for natural objects. Calculations reveal that this mysterious visitor will pass unusually close to Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, with astronomers determining only a 0.005% probability that such planetary encounters could occur by random chance. Even more suspicious is the timing of its closest approach to the Sun, which occurs precisely when Earth's position blocks optimal observation opportunities, an event with only a 7% probability of random occurrence. This strategic timing ensures that 3I Atlas remains partially hidden during its most vulnerable moment of solar approach, when increased solar heating would reveal the most about its composition and internal structure. The object's path resembles what mission planners would design for a reconnaissance spacecraft conducting a comprehensive survey of our solar system. Each planetary encounter provides optimal positioning for studying gravitational effects, atmospheric compositions, and planetary characteristics that would be valuable to any advanced civilization seeking to understand our cosmic neighborhood. The mathematical precision required to achieve such a trajectory through natural ejection processes appears virtually impossible, leading some researchers to suggest that 3I Atlas might represent something far more sophisticated than a simple interstellar comet drifting randomly through the galaxy. Physical properties and anomalies. How can an object be simultaneously ancient beyond imagination yet surprisingly well preserved? 3I/Atlas presents a fascinating paradox in its physical characteristics that, honestly, challenges our understanding of interstellar object evolution. With an estimated diameter ranging from 1 to 12 kilometers, it's significantly larger than previous interstellar visitors, making it the most substantial confirmed object from beyond our solar system. Age estimates suggest this cosmic wanderer is over 7 billion years old, predating the formation of our entire solar system by billions of years. Despite its ancient origins, 3I/Atlas has earned the distinction of being the brightest interstellar object ever observed, reaching magnitudes that allow detailed study with ground-based telescopes. The object exhibits a 29-hour rotation period with remarkably minimal brightness variations, suggesting an unusually spherical or elongated shape that maintains a consistent cross-sectional area as it spins. What puzzles astronomers most is how an object of such extreme age could maintain its structural integrity during billions of years of interstellar travel, surviving impacts from cosmic dust, radiation bombardment, and gravitational perturbations from passing stars. The preservation of such an ancient artifact raises questions about its composition and internal structure. Most naturally formed objects of this age should show significant weathering and fragmentation, yet 3I/Atlas appears remarkably intact, leading some researchers to speculate about unusual material properties or construction methods that could explain its extraordinary longevity. Comet-like features versus anomalous behavior. Why does 3I/Atlas simultaneously behave like a typical comet while displaying characteristics that contradict cometary physics? This interstellar visitor presents a confusing mixture of expected and anomalous behaviors that have astronomers scratching their heads. On one hand, the object displays clear cometary features, including a faint coma and a short 3-arc-second tail, indicating active outgassing as solar radiation heats its surface. Spectroscopic observations confirm the presence of water vapor and dust particles being ejected from the nucleus, creating the familiar fuzzy appearance associated with comets approaching the Sun. However, several characteristics deviate significantly from typical cometary behavior and challenge conventional understanding. Unlike normal comets that develop extensive flowing tails as they approach the Sun, 3I/Atlas maintains a remarkably compact and dense appearance despite its proximity to our star. The expected dramatic tail development that should occur during solar approach appears mysteriously absent or significantly suppressed. Additionally, the object's outgassing patterns don't follow the predictable models used for solar system comets, with activity beginning much earlier and following unusual intensity patterns. The combination of recognizable cometary features with anomalous behavior patterns creates a scientific puzzle that defies easy categorization. Some researchers suggest these contradictions could indicate an artificial origin designed to mimic natural cometary activity, while maintaining structural advantages that prevent the typical fragmentation seen in natural comets during close solar encounters. Scientific debate: natural versus artificial. Could humanity be witnessing the first confirmed artificial object from another civilization? This question has sparked intense debate within the astronomical community, with Professor Avi Loeb from Harvard University leading controversial discussions about 3I/Atlas's potential artificial origins. Loeb points to the statistically improbable trajectory, precise planetary encounter timing, and anomalous physical characteristics as evidence that this object might represent advanced technology rather than natural formation. His arguments center on the mathematical impossibility of achieving such a perfectly designed reconnaissance trajectory through random gravitational ejection from a distant star system. The object's strategic positioning for optimal planetary observation while minimizing detection opportunities suggests intentional design rather than cosmic coincidence. However, the majority of the scientific community strongly opposes these interpretations, dismissing such claims as irresponsible speculation that, honestly, undermines serious astronomical research. Leading planetary scientists argue that unusual characteristics can be explained through natural processes we don't yet fully understand, pointing to the complex dynamics of planetary system formation and ejection mechanisms. They emphasize that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and current observations, while puzzling, don't provide sufficient proof of artificial construction. The debate highlights fundamental questions about how we interpret anomalous data and the criteria required to consider non-natural explanations. This scientific controversy demonstrates the challenges of studying truly unprecedented phenomena that push the boundaries of our current understanding. Spectral analysis mysteries. So, what happens when the chemical fingerprints of an object contradict everything we know about cosmic ice? Well, spectroscopic analysis of 3I Atlas has revealed some pretty puzzling discrepancies that, honestly, challenge our understanding of interstellar object composition. While initial observations detected the expected water ice spectrum, a more detailed analysis actually reveals significant anomalies in the spectral patterns. The observed signals rise precisely where theoretical water models predict they should drop. And this creates a scientific puzzle that's got researchers questioning their fundamental assumptions about cometary composition. This unusual spectral behavior suggests either unknown ice structures formed under extreme interstellar conditions, or maybe even the presence of exotic materials not found in typical solar system objects. The object's distinctive reddish coloration adds yet another layer of mystery, resembling asteroids from the outer asteroid belt, rather than the neutral or blue colors we usually see in pristine comets. Standard models just can't adequately explain this color combination along with the observed outgassing patterns, which suggests some pretty complex surface chemistry, likely altered by billions of years of cosmic radiation exposure. And to complicate matters even further, the active coma surrounding the nucleus interferes with spectroscopic measurements, making it tough to distinguish between emissions from the solid surface and gases in the surrounding cloud. Advanced computer modeling, which tries to separate these contributions, has so far yielded inconsistent results, with some analyses even suggesting the presence of materials that really shouldn't exist in natural cometary bodies. These spectral mysteries have prompted some researchers to consider whether 3I Atlas might contain artificial materials or, maybe even represent a type of object completely unknown to current astronomical science. Dark forest hypothesis implications. Could 3I Atlas represent evidence of a cautious alien civilization following the theoretical dark forest hypothesis? This controversial idea suggests that advanced civilizations, remain hidden to avoid detection by potentially hostile neighbors, conducting reconnaissance missions while minimizing their own exposure. The behavior of 3I Atlas, honestly, eerily matches this theoretical framework, displaying what appears to be deliberate stealth-like characteristics designed to avoid detection during its most vulnerable moments. The object's trajectory ensures it remains partially hidden behind the sun during its closest approach, when increased solar heating would reveal the most information about its internal structure and composition. This strategic positioning allows comprehensive study of our solar system while minimizing opportunities for detailed observation by Earth-based telescopes. The timing and trajectory appear designed for maximum information gathering with minimum exposure risk, resembling the cautious exploration strategy that an advanced civilization might employ when investigating a potentially inhabited star system. The dark forest hypothesis, popularized by Chinese science fiction author Liu Cixin, suggests that civilizations remain silent because revealing their location invites destruction by more powerful neighbors. If 3I Atlas represents such a reconnaissance mission, its behavior demonstrates remarkable sophistication in balancing scientific objectives with survival instincts. The possibility that we're witnessing humanity's first encounter with alien technology conducting a stealth survey of our solar system raises profound questions about cosmic civilization protocols and our place in a potentially crowded but silent galaxy filled with hidden watchers. Historical context and lessons. The discovery of 3I Atlas carries profound implications shaped by our previous experiences with interstellar objects and, the scientific opportunities we failed to fully capitalize on. The first interstellar visitor, one Oumuamua, caught astronomers completely off guard when Robert Warwick detected it using the Pan-STARRS 1 telescope in 2017. The object's unexpected rapid exit from our solar system left the scientific community with more mysteries than answers, particularly regarding its strange acceleration behavior that just defied conventional explanations. This missed opportunity, honestly, highlighted critical gaps in our rapid response capabilities for studying rare cosmic phenomena. The second interstellar object, 2I Borisov, discovered by amateur astronomer Gennady Borisov at his Crimean Observatory in 2019, provided a redemption opportunity that was better utilized but still constrained by available technology and coordination limitations. Mark Norris from the University of Central Lancashire emphasizes that 3I Atlas represents our most comprehensive opportunity to date for properly investigating an interstellar visitor using advanced instrumentation and coordinated global observation strategies. The improved detection capabilities of contemporary sky survey systems, combined with enhanced international communication protocols, have enabled unprecedented real-time coordination among research facilities worldwide. Michelle Bannister notes that these lessons learned from earlier interstellar encounters have truly revolutionized our approach to studying these remarkable cosmic messengers. Future observations and implications. What will the next few months reveal about the true nature of this enigmatic visitor? 3I Atlas will reach perihelion on October 30, 2025, providing the most critical observation window in its entire passage through our solar system. Following this closest solar approach, the object will re-emerge from behind the Sun in December 2025, offering a final opportunity for comprehensive analysis before it begins its permanent departure from our cosmic neighborhood. Multiple telescopes worldwide are coordinating the most ambitious interstellar object observation campaign in astronomical history, including space-based platforms like the James Webb Space Telescope and Hubble Space Telescope. These coordinated observations aim to resolve fundamental questions about the object's composition, internal structure, and true nature before it becomes too distant for detailed study. The data collected during this critical period could revolutionize our understanding of interstellar objects and their implications for planetary defense strategies. If 3I Atlas proves to be artificial, the discovery would represent the most significant moment in human history, confirming that we are not alone in the universe and that other civilizations are actively studying our solar system. Alternatively, if proven natural, the object would still provide unprecedented insights into planetary formation processes in distant star systems and the evolution of materials during billions of years of interstellar travel. Either outcome promises to transform astronomy and our fundamental understanding of our place in the cosmos, making the coming months among the most important in the history of space science. As 3I Atlas approaches its moment of truth during perihelion, it carries with it the potential to answer humanity's most profound question: are we alone? Whether this mysterious visitor proves to be an ancient comet or something far more extraordinary, it represents a pivotal moment in our understanding of the cosmos. For more groundbreaking space discoveries that challenge everything we thought we knew, subscribe to Space Facts, where the universe reveals its most stunning mysteries. Did you know that Voyager 1 is currently traveling at 38,000 miles per hour through interstellar space, yet it would still take over 73,000 years to reach the nearest star? This incredible spacecraft has been humanity's most distant messenger for decades, sending back data from the edge of our solar system, where no human-made object has ever ventured before. But here's the mind-blowing part: it just detected something moving out there that's completely rewriting the rules of space exploration. Do you know what could possibly be lurking in the cosmic void that caught Voyager's attention? The mysterious detection. What if I told you that humanity's most distant messenger just stumbled upon something that's rewriting the rules of space exploration? Voyager's instruments suddenly lit up like a Christmas tree when they detected an anomalous signal showing something in motion far beyond our solar system's boundaries. This wasn't your typical space rock drifting aimlessly through the void. The object wasn't following any predictable orbital pattern that planets are known for, and its movement seemed almost deliberately erratic. Scientists initially dismissed it as a potential glitch in the decades-old equipment, but when multiple readings kept confirming the same impossible data, they realized something extraordinary was actually out there. The object appeared to be moving in ways that completely defied conventional astronomical expectations, accelerating and decelerating at seemingly random intervals, as if it possessed some form of intelligence or control system. What made this discovery even more mind-bending was that the movement patterns were so unusual that astronomers had to throw out their existing tracking models and create entirely new ones just to follow its trajectory through the cosmic darkness. The readings suggested this mysterious entity was operating under principles that our current understanding of physics couldn't easily explain, leaving the scientific community both thrilled and deeply unsettled by the implications of what Voyager had accidentally discovered in the furthest reaches of known space. Beyond planetary motion. You know what separates a wandering space rock from something that might actually be intelligent? The way it moves? This wasn't your typical celestial body behavior that astronomers study in textbooks. We're talking about something that completely broke the fundamental rules of how objects are supposed to move through space. While planets follow those predictable elliptical orbits around stars that we've mapped for centuries, this mysterious object was dancing to its own cosmic rhythm, moving in patterns that seemed to mock our understanding of orbital mechanics. The really spine-chilling part? It appeared to accelerate and decelerate at what seemed like random intervals, almost as if something was making conscious decisions about where to go next. Scientists watching the data streams felt like they were observing a chess player making calculated moves, rather than a lifeless chunk of matter drifting through the void. The movement patterns were so fundamentally different from anything in our astronomical databases that researchers had to abandon decades of established tracking protocols and develop completely new mathematical models just to predict where this thing might go next. What kept everyone awake at night was the unsettling realization that this object seemed to possess some form of propulsion or guidance system that operated independently of any known gravitational influences, suggesting either revolutionary physics at work or something far more extraordinary than anyone was prepared to admit publicly. Instrument readings gone wild. When a machine built in the 1970s starts detecting signals that don't exist in any modern database, you know something's seriously wrong. Voyager's magnetometer and plasma wave instruments began registering readings that sent shockwaves through mission control, displaying data patterns that didn't match a single entry in their comprehensive astronomical databases. The object appeared to be generating its own electromagnetic field, which is incredibly rare for natural space objects and typically only seen in active stars or massive planetary bodies with molten cores. Even more bizarre, the readings suggested this mysterious entity might be rotating or tumbling in a highly complex pattern that created interference signatures unlike anything scientists had previously encountered from asteroids, comets, or typical space debris. The electromagnetic emissions were so unusual that they seemed to pulse in rhythmic intervals, almost like a heartbeat echoing through the vacuum of space. What made the situation even more unsettling was that these readings were coming from instruments that had been functioning flawlessly for decades, suddenly encountering phenomena that their creators never anticipated when designing the detection systems back on Earth. The data streams showed energy signatures that fluctuated in ways that suggested either some form of internal power source or an interaction with unknown cosmic forces that current physics couldn't adequately explain. Mission scientists found themselves staring at computer screens, displaying information that challenged everything they thought they knew about how objects behave in the cold emptiness of interstellar space, leaving them questioning whether they were witnessing a natural phenomenon or something far more extraordinary. The rogue object theory. So, what happens when scientists discover something that's, too small to be a planet but way too active to be just dead rock? Well, at first scientists thought maybe this could be a rogue planet, one of those lonely worlds that gets ejected from its original solar system and ends up wandering through the infinite darkness of interstellar space, sort of like a cosmic exile. These planetary outcasts are known to drift aimlessly through the void after getting gravitationally kicked out of their home systems by larger planets or big stellar events. But the size readings from Voyager's instruments just didn't match up with what you'd expect from a typical rogue planet. And even more puzzling, rogue planets don't usually move with such unpredictable and honestly almost purposeful patterns. They tend to follow predictable trajectories influenced by the gravitational pull of nearby massive objects. But this mysterious entity seemed too small to qualify as a planet, yet it was far too large and energetically active to be classified as your typical space debris or asteroid material floating through the cosmic wasteland. What really threw researchers off was the object's apparent ability to change direction and speed without any obvious external gravitational influences acting on it. That kind of behavior totally contradicted everything scientists thought they knew about how rogue planets should behave out in the emptiness between star systems. The data pointed to something that existed in this strange middle ground between planetary and non-planetary classifications, leaving the scientific community with, well, way more questions than answers about its true nature and origin. This discovery really forced astronomers to rethink their basic understanding of what makes a planetary body, and whether there might be entirely new categories of cosmic objects drifting through space that just don't fit into our current classification systems. Artificial origin speculation. The moment scientists started whispering about artificial intelligence in deep space, well, everything changed. Here's where the discovery really took a turn, and made even the most skeptical researchers pause and rethink everything they thought they knew about our cosmic neighborhood. Some scientists began seriously wondering if this mysterious object could actually be artificial in origin, a possibility that sent ripples of both excitement and, honestly, a bit of terror through the astronomical community. The object's highly unusual movement patterns, those distinctive electromagnetic signatures, and its apparent ability to change direction without any obvious external forces, led to these hushed conversations about possible extraterrestrial technology drifting out there in the void. Now, while most established researchers stayed publicly skeptical and didn't want to jump to such extraordinary conclusions, the data piling up was compelling enough that even the most conservative astronomers couldn't completely dismiss the possibility of an artificial probe or spacecraft from another civilization. What made this theory so unsettling was that the object seemed to actually show behaviors that matched up with some kind of guidance system or onboard intelligence, responding to unknown stimuli in ways that natural space objects just don't. The electromagnetic pulses appeared almost like communication attempts or maybe diagnostic signals, suggesting internal systems that could be actively monitoring or scanning the surrounding space environment. All this speculation opened up some mind-bending questions about whether humanity had just stumbled across evidence of advanced alien technology, possibly an automated probe sent by a distant civilization to explore our neck of the galaxy. That would fundamentally challenge our understanding of whether we're truly alone in the universe, and what other intelligences might be silently watching us from the darkness of space. Comet or something else? So, when something behaves like a comet but breaks just about every rule about how comets are supposed to work, you've really got a cosmic mystery on your hands. The next theory that popped up from all the scientific chaos focused on whether this enigmatic object could some kind of unusual comet with a highly irregular orbit. But even this seemingly logical explanation started to fall apart under closer scrutiny. Comets are notorious for their unpredictable behavior, especially when they interact with solar winds and the gravitational fields from massive celestial bodies. That's what creates those spectacular tails and erratic flight paths that can confuse even the most experienced astronomers. However, this mysterious object was positioned way too far from any star to show the typical comet behavior that scientists have documented for centuries. It was operating in the cold vacuum of interstellar space, where solar radiation really shouldn't have much impact on its structure or movement patterns. What made the comet theory even more unlikely was that the object's movement seemed totally independent of any detectable gravitational influence from nearby stellar bodies. That kind of thing suggests it had some form of internal propulsion system, rather than just relying on external cosmic forces. Traditional comets follow predictable physics when they get close to heat sources, developing those characteristic tails and accelerating in ways that match established mathematical models. But this object just didn't fit those expectations at all. The electromagnetic readings and those weird directional changes happened without any connection to solar activity or gravitational wells, which indicated that whatever this thing was, it operated under principles that had nothing to do with the usual ice and rock composition that defines comets. That left researchers seriously wondering if they were dealing with something that was just pretending to be a familiar cosmic phenomenon. Interstellar visitor analysis. Sometimes, the most terrifying discoveries are the ones that remind us we're not alone in this cosmic neighborhood. Data analysis revealed this object might be an interstellar visitor, something that originated outside our solar system and was just passing through our cosmic backyard like an uninvited guest. Similar to Oumuamua, the mysterious cigar-shaped object that briefly visited us back in 2017 and left scientists scrambling for explanations, This new detection showed unmistakable characteristics of something that definitely didn't belong to our familiar solar system family. However, unlike Oumuamua, which seemed to drift through space following predictable physics, this object appeared to be actively maneuvering rather than just coasting on momentum from its original trajectory. The spectral analysis suggested it carried chemical signatures completely foreign to anything found in our local planetary formation, indicating it had traveled unimaginable distances through the void between star systems before somehow ending up in Voyager's detection range. What made this discovery particularly spine-chilling was the realization that if this was indeed an interstellar traveler, it meant our solar system was being visited by objects from distant cosmic regions, with potentially different physical laws or evolutionary histories. The object's ability to maintain apparent control over its movement after what must have been millions of years of interstellar travel suggested either incredibly advanced preservation technology or something that, honestly, challenged our understanding of how matter behaves across vast cosmic distances. This raised unsettling questions about what other mysterious visitors might be silently passing through our solar system without our knowledge, observing us from the darkness. Scientific community divided. Nothing splits the scientific world faster than a discovery that challenges everything we thought we knew about reality. The discovery created a massive rift that split the scientific community into warring factions, each defending their interpretation of the data with the passion of religious zealots. Conservative astronomers dug in their heels, insisting this must be a natural phenomenon they simply hadn't encountered before, arguing that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence and that jumping to wild conclusions would damage their professional credibility. Meanwhile, a growing faction of researchers argued that the mounting evidence pointed to something far more extraordinary than conventional wisdom could accept, suggesting that clinging to outdated assumptions was preventing genuine scientific progress. Peer review processes transformed into heated battlegrounds where respected colleagues found themselves shouting across conference rooms, with researchers demanding more comprehensive data before making any definitive conclusions about the object's true nature and origin. The tension became so intense that some scientists refused to collaborate with colleagues who held opposing views, creating an unprecedented schism in a field that typically thrives on cooperative research and shared discoveries. What made this division particularly bitter was that both sides were working with the same limited dataset from Voyager's aging instruments, yet reaching completely different conclusions about what they were observing in the depths of space. The controversy exposed deep philosophical differences about how science should approach unexplained phenomena, with traditionalists advocating caution, while progressives pushed for bold new theories that could revolutionize our understanding of the cosmos and humanity's place within it. Technology limitations. When your most advanced space probe is running on technology older than most smartphones, getting answers becomes nearly impossible. Unfortunately, Voyager's aging instruments and vast distance from Earth meant the data was frustratingly limited and sometimes contradictory, like trying to solve a murder mystery with a broken magnifying glass. The spacecraft's communication systems, originally designed in the 1970s using technology that would seem primitive compared to a modern calculator, struggled desperately to transmit detailed information about this unprecedented discovery across the mind-boggling distances of interstellar space. Scientists found themselves in the maddening position of having to work with incomplete datasets that arrived months after being recorded, making it incredibly challenging to determine exactly what Voyager had encountered in the cosmic depths. The probe's instruments were never designed to analyze the type of anomalous readings they were now detecting, forcing researchers to extrapolate conclusions from equipment that was already operating far beyond its intended lifespan and capabilities. Signal degradation across billions of miles meant that crucial details about the object's behavior were lost in transmission, leaving tantalizing gaps in the data that could have provided definitive answers about its nature and origin. What made this situation even more frustrating was that by the time scientists received and analyzed the information, the mysterious object had often moved to a completely different location, making follow-up observations nearly impossible. The technological limitations created a perfect storm of scientific frustration, where humanity's most distant explorer had discovered something potentially revolutionary, but lacked the tools to properly study it. Ongoing mystery. Some mysteries are so profound that they redefine what we thought was possible in the universe. As of now, the object remains one of space exploration's greatest unsolved mysteries, a cosmic riddle that continues to haunt scientists and challenge our fundamental understanding of what exists in the vast emptiness between stars. Voyager continues to track its movement when possible, but the object's unpredictable behavior makes consistent observation feel like trying to photograph a ghost that appears and disappears at will. The enigmatic entity seems to operate under its own mysterious agenda, sometimes vanishing from detection for weeks before reappearing in completely unexpected locations, as if it's deliberately evading our attempts to study it. Future deep space missions are being frantically planned with more advanced instruments specifically designed to investigate similar anomalies, but the reality is that we're still years away from having the technology capable of properly analyzing whatever this thing actually is. For now, we're left in the uncomfortable position of knowing something extraordinary is out there, moving through the cosmic void with apparent intelligence or purpose, while being completely powerless to determine its true nature or intentions. The discovery has fundamentally altered how scientists approach the search for unusual phenomena in space, forcing them to acknowledge that our universe might be far stranger and more populated than we ever dared to imagine. This mysterious object serves as a humbling reminder that despite all our technological advances and scientific achievements, we're still cosmic children stumbling around in the dark, occasionally bumping into things that shouldn't exist according to our current understanding of reality. So what do you think we're dealing with here? A natural phenomenon we've never encountered before, or something that challenges our understanding of what's possible in deep space? The fact that Voyager can still surprise us with discoveries like this just shows how much we still don't know about our universe. Drop a comment below and let me know your theory about this mysterious moving object. I read every single one. If this blew your mind, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you never miss when Space Facts drops new content. Until next time, keep looking up. Right now, 400 million miles from Earth, a storm larger than our entire planet has been raging for over 350 years, longer than the United States has existed. The Great Red Spot on Jupiter generates winds of 400 miles per hour that could obliterate everything in their path. Yet this cosmic hurricane maintains perfect stability in an environment of absolute chaos. But here's the terrifying truth. This ancient storm is dying, shrinking at 580 miles per year, and when it finally disappears, Jupiter will never be the same again. Did you know that we're literally watching the death of a weather system older than human civilization unfold in real time? The mystery storm discovery. When Juno reached Jupiter's North Pole in July 2016, mission control went dead silent. What they saw defied every computer model, every prediction, every theory about gas giant atmospheres. 8 massive cyclones, each the size of Texas, were arranged in a perfect geometric pattern around a central hurricane that could swallow Earth whole. These weren't ordinary storms. They were maintaining positions with mathematical precision that seemed almost artificial. The southern pole revealed an equally bizarre sight. 6 cyclones locked in a pentagonal formation, spinning at 100 miles per hour while staying 52 degrees Fahrenheit cooler than their surroundings. What terrified scientists most was the stability. On Earth, hurricanes last days or weeks before dissipating. These Jovian monsters have been maintaining their cosmic dance for years, possibly centuries. The Deep Space Network tracking data showed these cyclones weren't just surface features. They were connected to atmospheric rivers flowing thousands of miles deep. It's as if Jupiter operates by entirely different laws of physics, where chaos organizes itself into patterns that shouldn't exist according to everything we understand about planetary atmospheres. Largest eruption recording. The microwave radiometer aboard Juno penetrated deeper into Jupiter than any instrument ever had, and what it found was absolutely mind-bending. Hidden beneath the cloud tops were towering atmospheric structures that scientists dubbed steeple mountains. Invisible giants of gas and energy extending 1,800 miles down into the planet's interior. To comprehend this scale, that's 270 times deeper than Earth's Mariana Trench. These weren't physical mountains but massive atmospheric belts that plunge into Jupiter's core like cosmic elevator shafts. The gravitational measurements from Juno's 54th flyby on September 7, 2003 revealed the shocking truth. Jupiter's atmosphere doesn't end where we thought it did. Instead, it blends seamlessly with the planet's interior in a way that violates our basic understanding of planetary structure. The spacecraft used Jupiter's own gravity as a scanning tool, measuring velocity changes as small as 0.01 millimeter per second from over 400 million miles away. What emerged was a three-dimensional map of a world where the boundary between atmosphere and interior simply doesn't exist. Jupiter isn't just a gas giant with a solid core, it's a fluid, chaotic system where atmospheric storms reach depths that would take you from New York to the center of Earth and back again. Largest eruption recording. Juno uncovered evidence of atmospheric eruptions so massive they make Earth's most violent volcanic explosions look like firecracker pops. The Great Red Spot, that iconic crimson hurricane we've admired for centuries, plunges an astounding 300 miles below the cloud surface, deeper than the distance from Earth to the International Space Station. But this ancient storm, observed since the mid-1600s, is just one player in a symphony of atmospheric violence. Smaller storms reach 60 miles down, while others extend over 200 miles into Jupiter's interior, creating a labyrinthine network of atmospheric chaos that operates in three dimensions. The energy scales involved are beyond human comprehension. These storms have been raging for millennia, powered by forces that dwarf anything in our solar system. NASA's precision instruments detected atmospheric explosions that release more energy in a single event than Earth receives from the Sun in an entire year. The Deep Space Network measured these eruptions with incredible accuracy, revealing that Jupiter's weather system isn't just more violent than Earth's, it operates on completely different principles. While our storms are temporary disturbances in a stable atmosphere, Jupiter's storms are permanent features of a world in constant atmospheric rebellion against the laws of physics as we understand them. Jupiter's magnetic field. The magnetometer investigation aboard Juno revealed that Jupiter's magnetic field is not just stronger than expected, it's completely alien in structure. Jack Connerny from NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center led the team that created the most detailed magnetic map ever made of another planet, using data from 32 orbits around the gas giant. What they discovered was terrifying. A magnetic field more than twice as powerful as models predicted, with an irregular, chaotic structure unlike anything seen before. The most unsettling discovery was the Great Blue Spot, a massive magnetic anomaly at Jupiter's equator that's drifting eastward at 2 inches per second, completing a full lap around the planet every 350 years. This isn't just a magnetic field, it's a cosmic scar. Scientists believe meteorite impacts billions of years ago modified Jupiter's magnetic structure, which is now frozen in a superconducting core, like a permanent record of ancient cosmic violence. Even more disturbing is the discovery of secular variation. The magnetic field is changing over time, something previously only detected on Earth. Jupiter carries the magnetic memory of collisions that happened when the solar system was young and chaotic, making the planet a living museum of cosmic catastrophes that shaped the worlds we see today. Atmospheric water mystery. Juno's microwave radiometer has been conducting the ultimate planetary autopsy, using 6 antennas to X-ray hundreds of kilometers below Jupiter's cloud tops. And what it's finding about water content is rewriting the textbooks on planetary formation. For decades, scientists assumed Jupiter formed beyond the frost line where water should freeze and accumulate in massive quantities. The planet should be soaked with water vapor, but Juno's measurements are revealing a distribution so patchy and unpredictable that it's forcing us to reconsider everything about how gas giants form. The water mystery cuts to the heart of solar system formation theory. If Jupiter's water content doesn't match our models, it suggests the early solar system was far more violent and chaotic than we ever imagined. The implications are staggering. It could mean that planets don't grow peacefully by accumulating material, but are forged in cosmic disasters that fundamentally alter their composition. Juno's deep atmospheric scans are essentially performing cosmic archaeology, peering into Jupiter's interior to read the story of its formation, written in water vapor concentrations. What they're finding suggests that Jupiter didn't form where we think it did, or that massive collisions during its formation scattered water in ways that defy current planetary formation models. The planet is keeping secrets about the early solar system that could change our understanding of how Earth and every other world came to exist. Polar cyclone dynamics. The poles of Jupiter are cosmic madness manifested in 9 cyclones arranged in perfect geometric symmetry around the North Pole, 6 cyclones forming a pristine pentagon around the south. NASA's navigators have been tracking these atmospheric beasts with surgical precision since Juno's arrival in July 2016, and what they've discovered violates every principle of atmospheric dynamics we know. Each cyclone spans nearly the width of the continental United States, spinning at incredible velocities while maintaining their positions like cosmic clockwork. On Earth, storms are temporary chaos that forms and dissipates. But Jupiter's polar cyclones have been locked in their geometric dance for years, possibly centuries. They resist change with an almost intelligent stubbornness, forming what scientists describe as a private club that seem to resist new members. The data reveals these aren't just surface storms, they're massive atmospheric columns extending thousands of miles into Jupiter's interior, connected to the planet's deep atmospheric rivers like cosmic pillars holding up the sky. The precision of their arrangement suggests forces at work that we don't understand, atmospheric dynamics operating on scales and timescales that make Earth's weather look like child's play. These cyclones are essentially atmospheric monuments, permanent fixtures in a world where chaos has somehow organized itself into mathematical perfection that shouldn't be possible according to everything we know about fluid dynamics and planetary atmospheres. Jupiter's composition and structure. Juno's gravitational measurements have shattered our most fundamental assumptions about Jupiter's interior structure. The spacecraft has revealed that the king of planets doesn't have a solid core like textbooks claim. Instead, it harbors a fuzzy core made of rock fragments and metallic hydrogen scattered throughout its interior like cosmic shrapnel. This discovery is revolutionary because it suggests Jupiter's formation was catastrophically violent, likely the result of a massive collision that occurred during the early solar system's chaotic youth. Juno acts like a cosmic detective, using tiny velocity changes to map the distribution of mass inside Jupiter. By measuring gravitational variations as small as 0.01 mm per second from hundreds of millions of miles away, scientists can essentially see through the planet's layers. What they're finding is that Jupiter's interior is not the neat, layered structure we expected. It's a chaotic mixture where different materials are scattered in patterns that speak of ancient violence. The implications are staggering. If Jupiter was fundamentally altered by a collision, it means planetary formation in our solar system was far more destructive than we thought. Planets aren't just peaceful accumulations of cosmic dust and gas, they're the survivors of cosmic wars fought billions of years ago, carrying the scars of impacts so massive they can reshape entire worlds and alter the course of planetary evolution forever. Great Red Spot Analysis. The Great Red Spot has been Jupiter's most iconic feature since telescopes first revealed it in the mid-1600s, but Juno's close-up analysis has unveiled a storm so complex and alien that it's forcing us to redefine what we thought we knew about atmospheric phenomena. This isn't just a hurricane, it's a 300-mile-deep atmospheric monster that extends from the cloud tops down into Jupiter's interior, further than the distance from Earth's surface to the International Space Station. Juno's instruments have mapped the storm's three-dimensional structure, revealing a spiraling tower of gas and energy that operates like a cosmic tornado lying on its side. The storm's winds reach speeds that would instantly destroy anything on Earth, while temperatures and pressures at its base approach conditions found in the cores of rocky planets. What makes the Great Red Spot truly terrifying is its permanence. This storm has been raging continuously for over 400 years, possibly much longer. It's a weather system older than most human civilizations, powered by energy sources we're only beginning to understand. Juno's data reveals that the spot is connected to Jupiter's deep atmospheric layers, drawing energy from the planet's interior heat like a cosmic engine that never stops running. The storm is essentially a window into Jupiter's soul, a permanent scar in the atmosphere that reveals the violent, chaotic nature of a world where weather operates on scales and timescales that dwarf anything in human experience. Jupiter as planetary protector. Juno has documented Jupiter's role as our solar system's bodyguard in terrifying detail, revealing a cosmic protector that's constantly under siege from interplanetary debris. The spacecraft observed a meteor impact in April 2020 with an estimated mass of 250 to 5,000 kilograms. just one of countless projectiles that Jupiter's massive gravitational field captures before they can hurtle toward the inner solar system. Without this cosmic vacuum cleaner, Earth would face regular bombardment from asteroids and comets, making complex life nearly impossible. Juno's observations show that Jupiter is essentially sacrificing itself for the rest of us, taking hit after hit from space rocks while we orbit safely in the inner solar system. Each impact creates massive explosions visible from hundreds of millions of miles away, releasing energy equivalent to multiple nuclear weapons. The planet's gravitational influence extends far beyond its physical size, reaching out like invisible tentacles to snare dangerous objects that might otherwise threaten Earth. But this protection comes at a cost. Jupiter is constantly being bombarded, its atmosphere churned by impacts that would sterilize entire continents on Earth. The planet stands as a cosmic shield between us and the chaos of deep space, a guardian world that absorbs the violence of our solar system's debris-filled void. Juno's documentation of this protective role reveals that our existence might depend entirely on Jupiter's willingness to serve as the solar system's punching bag, standing between civilization and cosmic annihilation. Jupiter's magnetic field. The death of Jupiter's most famous storm is happening before our eyes, and Juno has given us ringside seats to watch a cosmic legend fade away. Amy Simon from NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center has been tracking the Great Red Spot's decline using Hubble Space Telescope observations, documenting a shrinkage so dramatic it's rewriting our understanding of atmospheric longevity. The spot has contracted from 25,500 miles across in the late 1800s to just 10,250 miles today, less than half its historical size. Beginning in 2012, amateur astronomers noticed the shrinkage accelerating to an alarming 580 miles per year, transforming the storm from an oval to a circle as it literally starves to death. Yale PhD student Caleb Kevaney and his team have developed computer models showing that the Great Red Spot is essentially eating itself. Smaller storms that once fed it energy are becoming less frequent, leaving the giant hurricane to slowly consume its own substance like a cosmic Ouroboros. Their simulations predict the spot could shrink to nothing in approximately 2.6 Earth years, marking the end of a weather system older than human civilization. The implications go far beyond losing a famous landmark. The Great Red Spot plays a crucial role in Jupiter's atmospheric dynamics, and its disappearance could trigger changes throughout the planet's entire weather system. We're witnessing the transformation of Jupiter itself, watching a world that has remained essentially unchanged for centuries suddenly evolve before our eyes as its most iconic feature slowly fades into cosmic history. That's the incredible reality of Jupiter, a world so alien and violent that it challenges everything we thought we knew about planetary science. Juno's mission officially ends in September 2025, but the mysteries it has uncovered will keep scientists busy for decades. From dying storms to magnetic anomalies that defy physics, Jupiter continues to prove that our universe is far stranger and more terrifying than we ever imagined. What discovery shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you're fascinated by the cosmic mysteries lurking in our solar system, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you never miss another mind-blowing episode from Space Facts. Until next time, keep looking up. Hold up, Voyager 1 now drifts beyond 15 billion miles, where interstellar space pulses warmer than every model predicted. And here's a powerful insight. Its radio whisper, weaker than a fridge bulb, still streams findings that are, honestly, rewriting astronomy. Humanity is steering a 1977 computer into the unknown, and it's winning. Quick check. Did you realize our whole solar system hides inside a supernova-carved local bubble acting as Earth's cosmic shield? Ever wondered what happens when we finally sail beyond it? New groundbreaking data. What if I told you that humanity just discovered we've been completely wrong about space for the past 50 years? Right now, as you're watching this, there's a tiny spacecraft called Voyager 1 floating 15 billion miles away from Earth, and it just sent back data that's making every space scientist on the planet question everything they thought they knew about the universe. We're talking about groundbreaking information that's literally rewriting textbooks as we speak. For decades, we assumed interstellar space was this quiet, predictable void between stars. You know, just empty darkness with the occasional cosmic dust particle floating around. But Voyager 1's latest transmissions are revealing something so unexpected that NASA scientists are having emergency meetings just to process what they're seeing. The magnetic field readings, the particle densities, the cosmic radiation patterns, none of it matches our models. It's like we sent an explorer to map a desert, and they came back telling us they found a bustling metropolis instead. What makes this even more incredible is that this data is coming from a machine that was launched back in 1977, that's 48 years ago, using technology that's now less powerful than the calculator on your phone. And yet, this ancient piece of human engineering is currently our only eyes and ears in true interstellar space, sending back revelations that are fundamentally changing our understanding of what lies beyond our solar system's protective bubble. Unexpected patterns, galactic rays, and cosmic pressure. What if everything we know about cosmic radiation is backwards? Voyager 1 just dropped a scientific bombshell that's got researchers scratching their heads and pulling all-nighters at observatories worldwide. The galactic cosmic rays hitting our probe aren't behaving like any computer model predicted. They're doing something so bizarre that physicists are literally calling it impossible based on our current understanding of space. Here's where it gets wild. The cosmic pressure out there in interstellar space is fluctuating in patterns that suggest there's some kind of massive invisible structure influencing everything around us. We thought space between stars was just a uniform soup of particles and radiation, but Voyager 1's instruments are detecting organized waves, almost like cosmic weather systems that span light years across. The magnetic field measurements are showing twisted, braided patterns that look more like DNA than anything we expected to find in the void. Even more mind-blowing is that these unexpected radiation patterns seem to be connected to events happening billions of miles away. It's as if interstellar space has its own nervous system, with galactic rays carrying information across vast distances in ways we never imagined possible. The particle detectors are picking up rhythmic pulses that scientists are now calling cosmic heartbeats, and nobody can explain what's causing them. This isn't just academic curiosity anymore. These discoveries are forcing us to completely rethink how galaxies communicate with each other and what role our solar system actually plays in this cosmic network that we're only just beginning to understand. Digital CPR. NASA revives a dying spacecraft. You're about to witness the most incredible rescue mission in human history, and it happened 15 billion miles away. When Voyager 1's computer started glitching in November 2023, sending back nothing but gibberish data, NASA engineers faced an impossible challenge. How do you fix a spacecraft that's so far away, it takes 22.5 hours just for your commands to reach it? This wasn't just any malfunction. The probe's flight data subsystem had corrupted, essentially giving the 47-year-old explorer digital amnesia. The NASA team at Jet Propulsion Laboratory had to become cosmic surgeons, performing what they brilliantly called digital CPR on humanity's most distant ambassador. For months, they sent carefully crafted code patches across the solar system, each attempt taking nearly 2 full days to confirm whether it worked or failed. The tension was unbearable. One wrong command could permanently kill our only functioning probe in interstellar space. But here's the jaw-dropping part. They didn't just revive Voyager 1, they actually improved it. The engineering team managed to relocate critical software functions around the damaged memory sectors, essentially performing brain surgery on a patient they couldn't even see. When the spacecraft finally came back online in April 2024, it wasn't just alive. It was healthier than it had been in years. This digital resurrection proves that human ingenuity knows no bounds. We literally brought a dying machine back to life across a distance so vast that our entire solar system would look like a grain of sand from Voyager 1's perspective. A new kind of map, Voyager's role in galactic GPS. So, we just created the universe's first GPS system, and honestly, you'll never guess who's running it. Voyager 1 has, kind of by accident, become humanity's cosmic navigation beacon, creating the most detailed map of interstellar space that's ever existed. While GPS satellites orbit Earth at a measly 12,500 miles altitude, our little probe is charting territory 15 billion miles from home, basically becoming the galactic GPS that future space missions will rely on for centuries. What makes this absolutely incredible is that Voyager 1 is creating a three-dimensional map of space that no telescope could ever produce. Every mile it travels deeper into the interstellar medium, it's collecting data about magnetic field strengths, particle densities, and cosmic radiation levels that are building the most comprehensive database of what lies beyond our solar system. Think of it as drawing the first accurate map of an undiscovered continent, except this continent is bigger than anything humans have ever explored. The trajectory data and environmental readings Voyager 1 sends back aren't just scientific curiosities, they're actually becoming the navigation charts for future interstellar missions. NASA engineers are already using this information to plan routes for next-generation probes, calculating optimal paths through the cosmic landscape that Voyager 1 is currently mapping in real time. This accidental transformation from explorer to guide means that every future human venture into deep space will follow in Voyager 1's digital footsteps. We're not just exploring anymore, we're building the infrastructure for humanity's expansion into the galaxy, one data packet at a time. Interstellar weather, cloudlets, filaments, and the local bubble. There's actual weather happening in the supposedly empty space between stars, and it's nothing like anything on Earth. Voyager 1 has discovered that interstellar space isn't the peaceful void we imagined. It's a churning ocean of cosmic cloudlets, mysterious filaments, and invisible storms that span distances larger than our entire solar system. We're not just floating through empty darkness, we're sailing through what scientists are now calling interstellar weather that's more dynamic than Earth's most violent hurricanes. The most shocking revelation is that we've been living inside something called the local bubble this entire time without even knowing it. This cosmic cavity, created by ancient supernova explosions millions of years ago, is like a protective bubble around our solar system that's been shielding us from the harsher realities of galactic space. Voyager 1's instruments are now detecting the bubble's walls, massive shock waves and magnetic barriers that have been deflecting deadly cosmic radiation away from Earth for our entire existence. But here's where it gets truly mind-bending. These interstellar cloudlets aren't random. They're organized into vast filamentary structures that connect star systems across hundreds of light-years, forming what appears to be a galactic highway system. The particle density measurements suggest these cosmic threads are carrying matter and energy between distant regions of our galaxy, creating an interconnected web that makes our local bubble just one room in a cosmic mansion we're only beginning to explore. We're not alone in empty space, we're inhabitants of a cosmic neighborhood we never knew existed. The legacy beyond the mission. What started as a 12-year mission has become humanity's most enduring legacy in the cosmos. When Voyager 1 launched on September 5, 1977, Jimmy Carter was president, Star Wars had just hit theaters, and the internet didn't even exist. Yet this incredible machine is still out there 48 years later, fundamentally changing our understanding of the universe and proving that human engineering can outlast entire generations of the people who built it. The golden record attached to Voyager 1 was supposed to be humanity's message to aliens, but it's become something far more profound, a time capsule of our species floating through interstellar space long after we're gone. While civilizations rise and fall on Earth, this little spacecraft continues its eternal journey, carrying the sounds of Bach, Chuck Berry, and children's laughter to the stars. It's not just exploring space anymore, it's become our ambassador to infinity. But here's what gives me chills. Voyager 1 will outlive our sun. Long after Earth becomes uninhabitable and our solar system dies, this probe will still be cruising through the galaxy, potentially for billions of years. The data it's collecting right now about interstellar conditions and cosmic radiation isn't just helping us understand space today, it's building a scientific foundation that will guide humanity's expansion into the galaxy for centuries to come. Voyager 1 has transcended its original mission to become something unprecedented in human history. Our first truly permanent mark on the universe, still teaching us about cosmic mysteries nearly 5 decades after leaving home. So what's really out there? So we just discovered that the universe has been, well, lying to us about what's really hiding in the darkness between stars. Everything you've ever learned about interstellar space, that it's empty, cold, and lifeless, is completely wrong. Voyager 1 has revealed a cosmic reality so strange that it's forcing scientists to throw out decades of assumptions and basically start from scratch. The space between stars isn't a void at all, it's teeming with invisible structures, mysterious energy sources, and phenomena that honestly make science fiction look boring by comparison. The most shocking discovery is that interstellar space is filled with what researchers are calling dark plasma electrically charged particles that create massive invisible rivers flowing between star systems. These cosmic currents are carrying matter and energy across light years in patterns that suggest the galaxy has its own circulatory system. Voyager 1's magnetic field detectors are picking up signals that indicate these plasma streams are actually connected to the formation of new stars, meaning the so-called empty space is actively creating the building blocks of future solar systems. But here's what's really mind-blowing. The temperature readings out there don't match any of our models. Instead of the predicted near absolute zero environment, Voyager 1 is detecting pockets of space that are like thousands of degrees warmer than they should be. These thermal anomalies suggest there are unknown energy sources heating up regions of interstellar space, and honestly, nobody can explain what's powering them. We thought we were exploring a cosmic desert, but Voyager 1 has shown us we're actually sailing through a hidden ocean of activity that's been invisible to Earth-based telescopes this entire time. The technicals. You're about to learn why talking to a spacecraft 15 billion miles away is harder than performing surgery blindfolded. The technical wizardry behind Voyager 1's operation is so mind-bogglingly complex that it makes rocket science look like elementary math. We're communicating with a machine using 1970s technology that has less computing power than a modern digital watch, yet it's sending back data that's revolutionizing our understanding of the cosmos across a distance so vast that radio signals take 22.5 hours to make the one-way trip. The Deep Space Network, NASA's array of massive radio dishes in California, Spain, and Australia, has to track Voyager 1 with pinpoint accuracy as it hurtles through space at 38,000 miles per hour. The signal strength reaching Earth is weaker than the power from a 20-watt refrigerator light bulb, yet engineers can still decode complex scientific data from this whisper-faint transmission. The radio receivers are so sensitive they can detect energy equivalent to a single snowflake hitting the ground. What's absolutely incredible is that Voyager 1 is still running on plutonium-238 power sources that generate less electricity than a car battery, yet this tiny amount of energy is powering instruments capable of detecting cosmic phenomena across interstellar distances. The flight computers have just 69 kilobytes of memory, that's less storage than a single smartphone photo, but they've been flawlessly executing complex scientific operations for nearly half a century, while traveling through the most hostile environment imaginable. This isn't just engineering, it's technological magic that proves human ingenuity can literally reach across the galaxy. Digital CPR aftermath and data recovery. What if I told you that bringing a dead spacecraft back to life actually made it stronger than before? The aftermath of Voyager 1's digital resurrection in April 2024 didn't just restore the probe to its former glory, it transformed it into something unprecedented. After months of careful data recovery, NASA engineers discovered that their emergency repairs had accidentally optimized the spacecraft's performance in ways they never imagined possible. The flight data subsystem that nearly killed the mission is now running more efficiently than it had in decades. The data recovery process revealed something extraordinary. Voyager 1 had been storing corrupted information in its backup systems for years without anyone knowing. When the JPL team performed their digital surgery, they didn't just fix the immediate problem. They uncovered a treasure trove of previously unreadable scientific data dating back to 2018. This recovered information is now providing scientists with a continuous 5-year timeline of interstellar conditions that fills crucial gaps in our understanding of cosmic weather patterns. But here's the most incredible part. The software patches NASA uploaded during the rescue have actually enhanced Voyager 1's ability to compress and transmit data. The probe is now sending back 30% more scientific information per transmission than before the crisis. The memory reorganization forced by the malfunction eliminated years of digital clutter, essentially giving the ancient computer a performance boost that's allowed it to operate with unprecedented efficiency. This digital comeback proves that sometimes the most devastating failures can lead to the greatest breakthroughs, turning near disaster into humanity's most successful deep space recovery operation. The Cosmic Oasis Revelation. We've been living in a cosmic paradise this entire time and had absolutely no idea. Voyager 1's most profound revelation isn't about the dangers lurking in interstellar space. It's about how incredibly lucky Earth has been for billions of years. The probe's journey beyond our solar system's protective bubble has revealed that we're not just floating in empty space, we're residing in what scientists are now calling a cosmic oasis, a rare pocket of the galaxy where conditions are so perfectly balanced that complex life can actually survive. and thrive. The local bubble that surrounds us isn't just a random cosmic accident. Voyager 1's measurements show that this protective zone, created by ancient supernova explosions 10 to 20 million years ago, has been actively filtering out deadly galactic cosmic radiation that would have sterilized our planet countless times over. Without this invisible shield, Earth would be a frozen, irradiated rock floating through a universe hostile to any form of life we can imagine. But here's the truly staggering discovery. These cosmic oases are incredibly rare. The interstellar medium that Voyager 1 is now exploring represents the harsh reality of most galactic space, regions where radiation levels are thousands of times higher than what we experience inside our bubble. The probe's particle detectors are revealing just how extraordinary our little corner of the Milky Way really is. Voyager 1 didn't just show us what's out there, it showed us how precious and unique our cosmic neighborhood truly is, making us appreciate Earth's place in the universe like never before. So there you have it. Voyager 1 just proved that everything we thought we knew about space was completely wrong. While you're processing these mind-blowing revelations, make sure to hit that bell icon so you never miss our latest cosmic discoveries. Subscribe to Space Facts if you want to stay ahead of the universe's biggest secrets. And here's my challenge for you. Drop a comment below and tell me which Voyager 1 discovery shocked you the most. Was it the cosmic oasis revelation or those mysterious interstellar weather patterns? I read every single comment, so let's discuss what's really waiting for us out there in the cosmic unknown.